Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today, as always, I have a general reading for you. And as always with a general reading, only take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? It is a timeless message and spirit will guide you to a message that you need to hear exactly when you need to hear it. And for the ease of channeling, I am going to use the pronouns he, she, but by all means swap them out for pronouns that fit for you if they don't, okay? Okay, so I've had quite a few intuitive hits this morning. So I was guided to swap my pumpkin candle out for this cute little ghost. And I have this little candle plate, little glass candle plate that I cannot for the life of me. I have two of them and I cannot find one of them. But I've been hearing like the song, I'm hearing Picture Perfect Memories scattered all around the floor. I can't remember the song. I know it's Lady A that sings it. But it's the song, it says Picture Perfect Memories scattered all around the floor. Looking for the phone because I can't take it anymore. Okay, someone's haunted by memories of you. Okay, something to do with being ghosted. Either you ghosted them or they ghosted you. It feels like they ghosted you, expecting you to chase them, and you didn't. So then you ended up ghosting them. Okay. What they were trying to do came back on them. I just heard a noise. I don't know where it came from, but I'm going to take that as confirmation, okay? So someone's being haunted by memories of you. Let's go take a look and see what's going on with regards to that, okay? Let's tap into this energy. We have Divine Matrix, okay? We have a burst of magic. We have Spirit of Gratitude. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have Great Big Love. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that somebody is now realizing your worth. Now that you've walked away, someone's realizing your worth and just how much they truly love and care about you. Okay, or more to the point, you truly loved and cared about them. Okay, and it may be that you were the only person that really made them feel. There's something here about the way you make other people feel, okay? And when you walk away, people feel it, okay? They can't forget you. You have this energy of, you make triggered or not, you make everybody feel seen, okay? In your presence, you trigger people. You trigger the insecurities within them, and for some people they're going to attack you because of that, because they're not seeing that those insecurities are their own and that it's coming from them, and you're just mirroring back at them because they assume that you're judging them and shaming them when you're not. What they're seeing is their own judgment and shame being reflected back at them, okay? And there's going to be some people that just cannot handle it, okay? And then there are other people that just love to be in your energy and they just want more of it because it just makes them feel so good about themselves, okay? Your energy is addictive, and even the people that feel triggered by you want to be around you, but they'll act out in order to get your attention, okay? And I feel like this energy of this person that is feeling like haunted by your memory is somebody who was acting out to get your attention, and you don't play those sort of games, okay? um so it was kind of like someone was projecting at you, bullying you, being mean to you in some sort of way, and they may have gathered others to help them do this as well, purely to get your attention because they didn't feel worthy. Now, regardless of, I mean, because those people that love and care about you and they love to be in your energy, in theory, are not going to go out of their way to be mean to you. But if for some reason somebody's energy towards you is that of taking advantage, because there are even people that do love and care about you that are going to want to siphon your energy because it makes them feel good about themselves, okay? Because they're going to want, like, it's not that they don't want to do the healing, it's like there's this energy of being so addicted to your energy to do the healing, they kind of like end up like wanting you to do it for them, like you to wave the magic wand, because your energy is just pure magic, okay? Everybody, whether they love or hate you, is kind of addicted to your energy, and they don't understand it, or they didn't understand it, okay? And whoever this is, this feels very much more a case of somebody was mean to you, a person or a group of people were mean to you. They were projecting at you because they felt judged and shamed by you. They didn't feel good enough in your energy because you highlighted their own insecurities, okay? They took advantage of you or tried to take advantage of you. They saw your kindness as weakness, and made fun of you, um, for being for being naive, and they completely underestimated you. But it feels here that somebody was trying to play games with you, trying to get others to bully you, so that you would go to them and they could be like your unsung hero, okay? But you didn't need that because you're not a victim. It just, this person just wanted to feel relevant in your life. So, but the thing is like they were being nice to your face and then mean behind your back. But there were times when it crossed over and there was a little bit of the meanness and how they really felt about you was coming through, and then they were kind of being mean to your face. And I'm hearing, don't play in my face, okay? You knew this person was playing in your face, and you took action to put boundaries in place and you walked away, okay? This person, you knew this person was playing games with you. You knew that this person was trying to get your attention. They were ghosting you, to get your attention, to test your loyalty. And whilst they were testing your loyalty to them, Spirit was using this as a test of your loyalty to yourself, your loyalty to your faith and trust in the divine, okay? And ultimately, that's what won, was your ultimate. It was an ultimate test for your loyalty to yourself and how much you were going to put up with, and that's why you ended up ghosting this person, because I do feel like you've ghosted them, but not for, I wanted to say nefarious reasons. It was purely to protect your peace and energy, because by taking a distancing yourself from this person, your life is actually continuing to be more peaceful as well. Depending on who this is, either your life became more peaceful as a result, or it's continued to be peaceful. So you're not bothered by this person's games. They're playing that, they're not. You kind of played them at their own game, because what they wanted you to do was to chase them, and you're not doing that. You've detached and moved away from them, and now it feels like they're trying to chase you. It doesn't feel like they can get to you on a physical level. It feels like they're blocked. But energetically, I can feel like I feel like my energy is being pulled. Um, and I feel like if you feel like your energy is being pulled in multiple directions, it could be because people are trying to get you to chase them. It's because people are chasing you, okay? People are chasing your energy. And I was about to say someone's chasing clout, okay? There is somebody who wants back in your energy or wants to be around your energy for clout, okay? They're very aware of what you can offer, or they're very aware that something amazing is about to come in for you, and they want to be they want to be able to say that they were there before you made it big, or before this thing comes in, so that they don't look like they're chasing clout. Does that make sense? Like, there's a saying, isn't there? Who was there for you at your lowest before you had all the fame? This person's trying to get back in because they know something's coming for you, that's going to bring you a lot of popularity, a lot of fame, and they want to say that they were with you before you had all that, so that they don't look like a clout chaser, but they're clout chasing, okay? Because they just want to be back in your energy for the clout, for the popularity, to say that they know you, okay? Or it may be this is somebody that is saying that they knew you before the fame, but actually they knew you because they bullied you, okay? Someone here bullied you, made fun of you for the same reason, for the same thing that is about to make you famous, is about to make you popular, is about to make you abundant, okay? Somebody, and this could be somebody from way in your past, okay? Somebody that bullied you for something that you're now doing because they wanted you to stop what you're doing, and it didn't. It just pushed you to keep going. It's kind of like they've changed sides because they're now seeing it's paying off for you, and they know something. They can feel it intuitively. Like, even if they're not an intuitive, they can feel, or they're not tapped fully into their intuition, they can feel something, they can see that there's potential within you, and they're trying to like come back in, and they may come back in and try and play in your face and gaslight you into believing that they've always supported you and that they weren't a secret bully or an outright bully to your face, or that they got swept up in it and they've grown and matured. At this time, I don't necessarily trust that energy, okay? But use your discernment, because this person's going to try and come back in, like on a physical. I feel like they're going to try and reach out to you. They may already have tried to reach out to you and realised that you have them blocked. But there's a sense of panic with this person, that time is running out and they need to get back in your energy before whatever this is manifests in for you, okay? I'm seeing like you're about to receive multiple manifestations, okay? Not necessarily all in one go, but it could be like one after the other, bop, 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 okay? This person knows something has already manifested for you. Something that you spoke about maybe years ago, or for some of you more recently, with someone, and they laughed because they were like, yeah, you're never going to be in a position to have that. You're never going to have that. They didn't believe in your dreams. It's now manifesting and they're seeing it for themselves. So now they want to jump on the bandwagon. Spirit's just said, no way. Absolutely not. This person's not going to be allowed back in your energy, but be aware that they may try to send others in. to gather information, um, to tap into this energy via a third person. Okay, just be aware of that. For some of you, this person may have outrightly used magic on you, or it may just be with, I'm seeing like this light around the top of this head here, because there's like a figure coming out of this lily. There's like sparkles around her head. This person may have used, not, it doesn't have to be literal magic, okay? And magic isn't necessarily a bad thing. You can use magic for good, or you can use it for other reasons. This person feels like the people that have been doing spell work, it does feel like they were misusing magic and trying to block your crown chakra. Okay, the crown chakra is your connection to source, your imagination, your faith, your belief system. Okay, so somebody was trying to block your crown chakra and mess with your crown chakra to create self-doubt within you, or to get you to stop following your intuition. Okay, they were trying to they didn't want you listening to your intuition and your guidance from spirit. Okay, because there was an energy of being jealous about that. So instead of like doing the work to tap into, like, open up their crown chakra, they just tried to block yours. Okay, but there's also an energy of here of people gossiping, or somebody trying to put doubt in your ear about what you do, okay, or what you wanted to do, trying to make you doubt yourself, doubt that you were good enough. And yeah, that's part of the reason you were separated, or you're not in contact with this person. And this person, there's an energy of somebody wanting to come back into your energy to try this again, to try and get in your head to prevent your blessings, to prevent what's coming in for you, because they want it for themselves. Somebody wants to try a destiny swap on you. Somebody wants to try and swap destinies with you, and they think by stealing it from you and creating doubt within you that they'll be able to take it from you. They may have tried this in the past, but it feels like they're going to try it again. Maybe it worked in the past. It's not going to work this time. Spirit, this person is not getting back in your energy. They're trying to. Spirit are blocking this. This person is blocked. They're trying, and it's all just returning to them. And everything that they're sending your way, whether it be actual spell work, or just negative intention, negative gossip, talking about you, it's all going back to them. But it's not just going back on them, it's going back on everyone around them that is gossiping with them or listening to the gossip about you. It's going back, whatever this person tried to do in the past and whatever they're trying to do now, because it does feel very much that this is very much past energy, but it's also present. It's not working. It's just going back. It's I just heard the word reverberating, and I saw like a speaker. So it's like bouncing back, like a trampoline. It's just bouncing back at them. I don't think they've realised yet that, right, okay, this person thinks that because you're doing well for yourself, or they perceive that you're doing well for themselves and they're not doing well, everything's going wrong for them, that if they can get you in a bad place, that they're going to be doing better. Okay, there's something to do with them thinking that the energies are out of balance, but actually what they're not realizing is this is the karmic scales being balanced. For everything that they did to you, for all the delays they caused and the sabotage that they caused to you, the karmic scales and all black magic, the spell work, the gossiping, the slander, the lies, it's all coming back on them, because this is just divine justice. This is the karmic will turning in the collective's favor, and and these people that came up against the collective receiving their karma. But this person isn't self-aware enough to realize, and they think that you're doing something on them. Because they're doing stuff towards you, they're assuming that this means you're doing stuff to them, and you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything with them. You're just staying on your path. You don't even have any ill will towards this person. This is absolutely ridiculous. This person is, their behavior is ridiculous, okay? You're not doing anything to this person. You're having nothing to do with them. You've completely cut ties. If that wasn't clear when you blocked them, I don't know what else is going to get through to this person. It's going to have to take something really, 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 really big to wake this person up, to get them to back off, okay? Because you've moved away from them. They didn't get the message. You aren't speaking to them, which, if someone did that to me, if someone went silent on me, that's a message loud and clear. You don't want to talk to me? Okay, well, I'm going to leave you alone then. I'm going to respect your boundaries. I'm not chasing you. Especially if I know I've done nothing wrong. I'm not chasing. If you don't want to talk to me, that's absolutely fine. I respect your boundaries. There's no beef here. But this person is it's giving me the creeps. It's sending shivers up my spine. This person is, I was about to say, stalking you. You may have a stalker. They may be stalking your socials. They may have created fake accounts to watch your socials, or there may be somewhere you can't block them because you don't have their social media handle. Okay. But this person is just so obsessed with your energy. Spirit have just said, if there is something that you can't block them on, don't worry. Spirit have got that they've got that under control. Don't panic, okay? But it feels like somebody is spying. This person is so obsessed with your energy and what is going on for you, because their life is falling apart. This person is not realizing that their life is falling apart because of what they've been doing to you, and not just you, others. And you are walking karma, and that doesn't mean, so it's like this person's not understanding because they've got away with it in the past. Okay, they've done this to other people and they've got away with it in the past. You are a chosen one. You are walking karma, and the problem for these people that come up against you is that you're sent in not only to see what karma these people are going to receive because of what they've done to you, whether or not it's going to be good karma, bad karma, although in my opinion no karma is bad karma, it's how you deal with it. You are also coming in to make sure that everyone else that they came up against receives their divine justice, to receive justice for what this person or what this group of people have done to them. This is why this karma is going to come back on these people, and it is coming back on these people tenfold. But this person, there is a group around this person that is starting to realize that this person's behavior, their choices and their behavior have impacted them. It is, and I'm seeing like an explosion. And when I want to say someone's created an explosion, okay? Someone played with fire. Yeah, someone played with fire. Someone threw something in the fire, that shouldn't have gone on in the fire, and it's created an explosion, and everything coming off of it, everything ricocheting off of it, is hitting the people around them, because the people around them either was scaffolding. Is it called scaffolding? When you scaffold a bully, like, and you support them, you don't, you indirectly support them by not speaking up and stopping what's going on. Like, these people were like sat on the fence. They didn't want to take sides, but in not taking sides, you're actually taking a side. They didn't stand up for you when this person was bullying you. But there were other people that actively took part in the bullying. Everyone involved is receiving some sort of karma, okay? But the person in the middle, the person who instigated it, is receiving the most karma. And I think other people around them are starting to realise, because everything that they said about you and they wanted for you and they were saying about you is what's happening to them. These people around them are now starting to realise that this is this person's karma, but this person is refusing to acknowledge it. They're refusing to admit the truth, and they're trying to put blame on you for sending some form of spell work or something towards them. Okay, they're trying to say that you're the one doing spell work, which these people aren't buying. Okay, because there's something that you posted on social media or that you said to these people about, there's something to do with not doing return to sender spells and doing black magic, because you know the karma that's attached to it, and something about you teaching karma, and these people aren't buying into the lie that it's you doing the spell work, that it's you doing the magic. They're not buying it. They may have done at one point, but they're not buying it anymore. And it feels like this group of people, there's people within this group that are starting to step away. They're slowly, they may not be actively telling this person, but they're slowly detaching themselves. And as they detach themselves, they're seeing this person for who they really are, and they're seeing the truth about you, and actually that you were a gift from God, you were a blessing, and they should have been more grateful for you. They didn't, they saw you as being ungrateful, but they're now realizing that what you were doing was reflecting back at them where they are ungrateful, and where this person and this group of people were being ungrateful. Because you were sent in as a gift, you were sent in to help them, and because they weren't receiving the help in the way that they wanted to receive help, they dismissed you. Okay, they didn't see you as being sent as a gift from spirit, because you didn't come in the way that they thought you would. You didn't, some people, I'm going to use this as an example, think that Jesus is going to, or God will just come down and stand before them and save them. That's not the case, okay? That's not the case. But they have people on earth that they will send as a physical manifestation of the help that you need. You don't always get the help that you want. You don't always get it in the way that you want, but you always get what you need, okay? And even if they are receiving their karma, they're still getting the help that they need, because some of them, this will awaken them. Someone's going through a heart chakra awakening. Somebody is waking up to, I want to say, the seriousness of this situation, okay? They may have laughed about your boundaries and the fact that you've walked away from them and said that you were overreacting. Now they're realizing, I've completely forgot what I was going to say. That's come in and gone out. What are they realizing? Right, as they walk away from this person, they're realizing why you've got the boundaries with this. You put the boundaries, you walked away from this person. Okay, why your boundaries are your boundaries. As they learn more about you, someone's realizing that you don't just get up and walk away when things aren't going. Somebody thought, somebody thought that you were walking away from them or this group because you were controlling and manipulative and you were trying to get what you wanted out of them. Okay, it was the other way round. Somebody else in this person or this group are realizing where they tried to control you and why you've walked away, and that actually you weren't walking away out of control, you were walking away out of peace, and that you don't just get up and walk away for no reason. That is the last resort. Okay, you're absolutely happy to stick around and help people through the shadow side, help them through, bring them into the light, because that is your purpose or part of your purpose. But you're not going to do that at the expense of your own health and your own well-being, and you're not just going to allow people to project at you. Okay, you understand who you are and that you are going to trigger people and that you're going to be misunderstood, and that's okay. But if people are going to start projecting at you instead of doing their shadow work, that's when you're going to walk away. This person isn't understanding that. They're not, this person feels like they've got some sort of, they need some help. Okay, they need some professional help. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, but this person feels like they have mental health issues, or some sort of special educational need that needs to be diagnosed. This person doesn't feel like they have an actual physical diagnosis. People, but it's because this feels like it's something with this person has been being ignored for years. People are no longer being able to ignore it now. And someone around this person is realizing that this person is absolutely obsessed with you. This person also convinced themselves that you were in a relationship with them and that you've cheated on them. But this feels like a platonic relationship. Okay, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, but it feels like it feels like it's a very platonic. It could be a work colleague, somebody who was obsessed with you, is so convinced that you two were in a relationship, and that somebody stole you away from them. Okay, somebody is realizing that this isn't right. Okay, that something about how this person is viewing you and obsessed with you isn't right. It just feels, I feel really icky. Okay, I'm starting to feel sick to my stomach. This person, I don't want you to panic. If you're starting to go into panic and fear, then this message is not for you. Okay, so do not take this. This is only for a select few of you. Someone laughed off this person, said that they were going to do something towards you, said they were going to, there was a plan. There was a plan, okay? Someone, this instigator, this person that is obsessed with you, had a plan to for some of you, this feels like some sort of setup in, they wanted you to be at a certain place, at a certain time. They wanted to get you arrested for something. Others of you were setting you up to be physically attacked. Someone may have told someone else that they were going to do some magic on you, and they may have laughed it off. Okay, so that I'll come back to the magic bit in a minute. But there was basically this plan. No, I'm coming back to the magic now. Spirit said come back now. Somebody may have jokingly said, oh, I'm going to do some, if this person knew, if this person, if I was doing spell work on this person, oh, they'd know about it. Or I'm going to do some spell work on this person, or I'm going to do this, that, and the other, and maybe laughed it off as like saying, oh, of course I wouldn't do that. But somebody around them was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's just a joke. They're just joking about it. They're just making fun of this person, and they went along with it. Whoever it is now, basically there was a plot and a plan against you to cause some sort of physical harm towards you, or do something, just some sort of setup. Somebody laughed it off as a joke, thought this person was joking. They're now realizing it's not a joke, and that this person, somebody's realizing this person actually tried to do what they said they were going to do. I don't think, for some of you, maybe there was some sort of an attack, or there was an attempted abduction or something. But spirit stepped in and it didn't, or if this is the plan now, spirit is stepping in. Okay, so I do not want you to panic or fear. You are protected. This is not going to come to fruition. This person is being blocked. All that's happening is that the person who's planning and plotting this is being exposed for what they were trying to do. Okay, like I said, that is not for everyone, and if it's creating fear within you, it's not a message for you. All right, so put it aside. That is not for you. If it's creating fear, it's not your message. All right, take what resonates and leave the rest. If it's creating fear within you, if a reading is creating fear within you, or bits of a reading are creating fear within you, that part of the message is not for you. All right, so put it down. Do not take on that energy. All right. That's why I always say at the beginning of my readings, only take what resonates, not just from my readings, but any reader that you watch, okay? Because they are general readings. Not everything is going to be for you, okay? If you want a message that is personal to you, then reach out to a reader, someone that resonates with you, okay, for a personal reading. But someone was plotting and planning something. Somebody's discovered this person's plot and plan towards you, and is realizing that this person is deadly serious. It's not going to come to fruition because whoever this is that's discovering what's gone on is going to either report this to the police if it needs to be reported to the police, or they're going to create some sort of intervention. They're going to get others involved in this person. This person's going into a mental institution, like rehab type situation. But this person is absolutely obsessed with you. This is giving fatal attraction, okay? This is giving fatal attraction vibes. Let's get some clarification. We have the 7 of Candles. Yeah, you're protected. You're divinely protected. All right? From whatever this is, that's confirmation. You're divinely protected. Your peace, your boundaries is protected. There may have been a plot and a plan that somebody trying to take you out, and you're so protected that it may have tried to, like, literally, almost what I'm seeing is like a setup, but you kind of bypassed it. You went around it, and everyone's like, and the person is just like, how that somebody's realizing how protected you are. Somebody's had a huge sign, Page of Presents. Yeah. It may not even have, for some of you, it's not even as sinister as that, as a I'm hearing planning on your demise, but it might not be a literal, like, take you off of this planet. It may be a just to get you out of the way. Somebody was plotting and planning just to get you out of a way, and I kind of feel like you did, but You didn't go alone. This is, yeah, so, okay. Somebody just wanted you out of the way. Someone else took it too far and was like joking about your demise. Like gossiping and about wouldn't. This is awful. I'm just going to take a minute because I can't. But do you know what? I get so. It still surprises me how people can behave like this and say sort of things like this towards other people. Like, that's just, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, you know. But somebody was laughing and joking about how wouldn't it be funny if you left the world, basically left the earth plane and went somewhere else. Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be funny? Well, it wouldn't be funny for the people that they had to leave behind, would it? And there's, so it could just be something like that, where somebody around them is realizing, just like I did, I sat here and gone, really? That's a really horrible thing to say. That you don't care whether someone lives or doesn't. And somebody, like, maybe that's just, somebody saw someone for something like that as well. It could just be, I want to say simple, but as like, why would you say that? That's a horrible thing to say. Like, why would you wish that on anybody? And they may not have said anything at the time, but they've maybe slowly started to distance themselves from that person because they're realising that actually this person's not a nice person. And I'm sorry, I always say that if what you see in others is a reflection of you, but there's absolutely, you know, so I try not to say derogatory things about people. But the truth is that sometimes there are people out there who are just horrible. They're just not nice, okay? And I know that I would never say that I wished something like that on anybody. Not at all. And to say, even joke about something like that, even to joke about, you know, wouldn't it be funny if, even if you don't mean it, even if you do mean it as a joke, it's not a funny joke. You don't joke about things like that. I mean, I've got a sense of humour. I can joke about things, but when it comes to someone's life, absolutely not. You don't joke about that because that person's got a family. They've got loved ones. They may have children. That's just not funny. But there's someone or a person around this person that is realising that this person is not as nice as they made out. They basically, that this person was like pretending like they were you and that they were this really nice person and they do everything for, you know, just because they're a good person. And I just can't. I am speechless. Whatever this person said or did with regards to you has left a person or a group of people speechless over what they've said, because it is so low. 3 of Needles, which is the 3 of Swords, and the 8 of Presents. Which is the 8 of Pentacles. Somebody regrets saying something to do with your work. When this 8 of Presents came out, and as I was reading it, I heard cycles, and I saw a cycle ending, and I mean a life cycle. If you see what I'm saying, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Somebody is regretting making a joke about your life cycle ending. Because it's exposed them for who they really are and how they really feel about them. It's right, okay. It revealed that they're a secret hater. It revealed to others that they actually secretly hate you. Something's turned. Somebody's right. So somebody was trying to make out that they were really supportive of you. Like I said at the beginning, this person was right. So this person was bullying you, and now they're trying to turn things around where you're concerned and make out that they've always supported you, and they want to be there for you. And then to others, they've been doing the same, or to others, they were putting you down, or saying to others that they supported you, but now the mask has slipped and they've turned, and I was going to say they've turned on themselves. These people may be turning on themselves. Somebody was playing both sides. So depending on who this person was speaking to, depended on whether or not they were telling people that they supported you or not. To your face, they may have been supporting you. Behind your back, they were bullying you, and you found this out. But they may also have slipped up and started bullying you to your face, or saying something to your face, which is why you distance yourself. To others, there's almost two groups of people that this person was talking to about you. To one group of people, they were like, oh, I really support this person, and then to another group of people, they were putting you down and against you. They were playing both sides. This might not just be with regards to your life cycle. This might also be to do with your work, your career, your business. But whatever this is, this could also be with regards to your self-love journey. The cycles with regards to who you are as a person. Whatever this is, somebody was playing both sides. Now, depending on who they were talking to, depended on whether they supported you or not. And this inconsistent energy then started to overflow when they were with you. It started to cross over because they confused who they were. They couldn't keep the mask up with you. So they revealed themselves to you as a secret hater. Although you knew all along, they just revealed themselves, really. But they're now being revealed as a secret hater to others. Their mask is now slipping in front of others. They can't keep up this charade. Somebody wants an opportunity to jump on your coattails, to get on the bandwagon, because you're about to... well, now they've seen your glow up, okay? They've seen this changed version of you, your glow up. They've seen you, that you are in your power. You are an empowered empath. That you're balanced, you're secure, you're stable, abundant, and they want an opportunity to jump onto that energy. They're not going to be given it, and they're really regretting the way they treated you, purely because, not because, I don't want to say they don't care about you. They did, but only to the level that they could. Their love for you was conditional. You do this, and I'll be nice to you. You step out of line, and then we're going to have a problem. Okay? The minute you walked away is when they turned on you. Like, completely turned on you. We have the Fool and the Sun. Yeah, oh my God, this person wants to talk to you. This person wants to communicate. And as I dropped these cards, I was about to say, this person feels like a fool for trying to steal your happiness. Because it looks here like on the Sun card, he's he he looks like he's enjoying the lights, because the Sun is generally a happy card. But at first glance, it looked like he was trying to steal the light. Someone feels like an absolute fool for trying to play, for playing both sides, for playing you, and for trying to steal your light, for trying to steal your happiness. They're realizing that they truly should have supported you, and that then they'd be allowed access to you. But it doesn't feel like this energy. There feels like a completely different person, or maybe on some level they do know that it's them, but it's in the ethers, it's in the spiritual. It hasn't, the penny hasn't dropped. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. The tables are turning. They are turning. As I do this reading, this person is receiving karma. This person is receiving karma. Someone is realizing confirmation. Ace of Candles. Ace of Candles. This person is realizing that they effed up. Two of Needles. Two of Swords. Something about not seeing something coming. You knew something was coming. You predicted what would happen to this group of people. You predicted what would happen to this person and this group of people if they did not stop their attacks. You predicted it. They didn't listen. They're realizing, see, that they regret trying to steal your light, because they're realizing that you had hold of your light the whole time. They thought they were successful. They celebrated too soon. They thought they were able to snuff out your light, but your light, they were trying to take things physically from you. That's why they were trying to ghost you, because it was a physical thing. If they walked away, they were removing themselves physically. But you don't validate yourself on physical things. You understand that things will come and go when the lesson is learned. Okay, you learnt the lesson. They didn't, because they're continuing to attack. They didn't stop their attacks. Your light comes from within. The only validation you need is from spirit. Candles is giving wands energy, and wands for me is the spiritual energy. Your light comes from spirit. Your passion, your powers, everything you need is on the spiritual. So anything that you need, if it can be taken away in the physical, it wasn't meant for you. They can't take away anything that is meant for you, because it will always be for you. And if they do take something in the physical, spirit are going to replace it with something better. Okay, they're just clearing out the old to make way for the new. That's all it is. Spirit are saying, okay, off you go then. Move out of the doorway, so then we can, allow the new stuff to enter. They underestimated their position in your life. I feel like the energy of this person that is obsessed with you has kind of like disappeared. Okay, as I've been reading, I felt the energy, they've walked away. We're no longer focusing on their energy, we're focusing on the energy of the people around them. This person's not willing to change and willing to grow and learn their lessons. They have not learned their lessons, but somebody around them is now realizing and seeing this situation from a different perspective, that you are a chosen one. that they feel foolish for playing games with you, for trying to manipulate you, for trying to manipulate your choices. They tried, this has given me the energy of love as well. They may have tried to take a partner from you. They may have tried to turn your partner against you, and it didn't work. Because the love between you was a spiritual love. It was unconditional love. And it was... and as I've said that, we've got the King of Potions, which is the King of Cups, and the Knight of Candles, which is the Knight of Wands. The pair of you, I'm going to take this as confirmation that somebody tried to take your partner or something you love. Right, they tried to attack something that you love. This could have been your own self-love. If you're not in a relationship, this could have been your own self-love. They tried to take away your love of self or the love of that a partner had for you to punish you. That was the person that is obsessed with your energy. That was the plan. That was the plan. People are now seeing that that was the plan. That this person wanted you, this obsessed person wanted you for themselves. They're now seeing that the plan, and they feel foolish for trying to attack you and your relationship, because they're seeing that your relationship with yourself, but also with your partner, has been built. It's a spiritual connection, and you don't mess with spiritual connections. If the divine wants two people together, they are not going to let anyone interfere with that, okay? What is meant for you is always for you. There is nothing on a physical level. These people try to take something physical from you, something that you love, to hurt you, all right? And it didn't work, because you don't attach to physical things. And because if this was you and a partner, your partner was also able to see through what was going on. You and your partner were on the same page. At some point, they thought they were successful, and they celebrated too soon. They thought that they'd successfully come between you and your partner. They may have tried to get into your partner's head about who you are, but your partner is somebody who's also very intuitive and can see through people's masks. And this is such a spiritual connection with yourself. So if you're not in a relationship, the connection that you have to yourself, you can see when you are coming, you can see the difference between ego and intuition. You can tell the difference. Your discernment is on point, okay? It is on point, because you've come so far in your healing journey, okay? So you know when to call yourself out on your own BS, all right? You can see through. So when someone's trying to tell you that you're a particular way, or they're perceiving you and misunderstanding you, you're okay with that, because you know who you truly are. Your connection to yourself is a spiritual connection, okay? And no one can interfere with that unless you allow them to, all right? But ultimately, it's just going to cause a delay. You're always going to get to where you're meant to be. If this is a physical connection outside of you with another person, there is something here about being able to see through each other's masks. You cannot hide from this person, okay? And your person cannot hide from you. You cannot help but be truthful and honest with this person, and they can't help but be truthful and honest with you as well, because there's no judgment, there's no shaming, so there's nothing to hide. When we don't feel like we can be honest with someone about how we're feeling or what's going on, it's because we feel judged, okay? But ultimately, I'm not going to say other people aren't judging, but those people are also unhealed. when you feel like you're being judged and shamed, you need to go within and look at where you're judging and shaming yourself. I'm not going to say other people won't judge you and shame you, but that is the unhealed version of them, and that is, if you feel like someone is genuinely judging and shaming you, that's a them problem, not a you problem. Okay, make peace with whatever it is. It is that you feel like you're being judged for, and then they won't be able to hold any judgment or shame over you. All right, and I feel like that's relevant here. Like, these people tried to hold things over you, things that you care about, as a form of control. They may even have tried to physically take money from you. Something about a gift. This is presents. Page of presents. They gifted you something and then took it away. They gifted you something and then took it away. It was a form of punishment. It was a form of punishment. It was also a setup, because they were hoping that you'd kick off about it so that they could call you a gold digger. This is something to do with money. But we have the King of Potions and the Knight of Candles. You and your partner, or just you on your own, doesn't matter. You move to the beat of your own drum. You don't your love isn't a normal love in the sense of the word. It's how love should be. It's unconditional. But to other people, it's not normal, and it triggers them. They feel like, effectively, you and your partner, or your self-love, is relationship goals. Okay, people want to be like you. They want to have what you have. Somebody didn't like your confidence, and somebody didn't like the way your person was looking at you. All right, but this is like, you are empathetic. You'll move to, and as a result, because you're so empathetic and you do understand people are doing things for reasons, you're like, okay, I understand why you're doing what you're doing. I'm no judgment, no shame. But if you think I'm going to continue to stick around in that while you project at me, then you've got another thing coming. Because as much as I have love and respect for you, I'm not getting the same in return. So I'm just going to go over here. Somebody saw your warning as a threat. Somebody saw it as a threat. You may have warned these people that if things continued, you would walk away. And they saw it as a threat and not a warning. They're now seeing it as a warning. They had multiple warnings. But there's definitely something about you predicting something. You predicted their downfall. Whilst they were wishing on yours, you predicted theirs. They're realising they can't take you down, but this person that is obsessed with you is adamant that they're going to be the one to take you down. I've just heard as if. Spirit are not going to let this person get to you. Two of Needles, the Star, Ace of Presents. Yeah, you're a gift from the divine. Then they didn't see you coming. This is what they're upset about. They did not see you coming. They did not see this version of you coming. What did you do? Like, as much as I'm saying you didn't do anything, what did you do? It's the fact that you didn't do anything has this person, like, convinced that they're going to be able to take you down. They're adamant that they're going to be able to prove. Okay, so they're getting panicky and upset that their lies about you are being misproved or disproved, and they're trying to convince others that they can still bring you, that they're right. Okay, so what's happening is this person is absolutely obsessed with bringing you down. They want to see you on your knees begging them for help, right? It's not going to happen. And they've been talking about this plan with others. They've been telling others what they plan for you, not realizing that they're exposing themselves as a hater. And these people around them, I just feel like I'm sitting here staring at the wall, like in absolute disbelief of it was hidden in plain sight all the time. It was hidden in plain sight that you were telling the truth. The collective was telling the truth about this person, that these people couldn't see it, didn't want to see it, didn't want to believe it was true. So it was easier to turn on you because you were the outsider. And now they're seeing what you saw. You predicted, and they're now realizing that everything that's happening in their lives, because it may not be that their complete life is falling apart, but something isn't going right for any of them. Something in an area of life for some of them. So for some of them, it could be their relationship falling apart. For others, it'll be their business. And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could just be their relationships with people breaking down. Their career not going well. Whereas this person that started it all, it literally feels like it's so overwhelming. It literally feels like everything is coming down for them. Every area of their life is being hit. But because these people didn't directly attack you, for some of them they did, and again their life will be falling apart for that. But for those that didn't directly attack you but didn't stop the attacks or joined in somewhat, they're going to receive a lesser karma, but they're still going to receive karma. But they're understanding now because you predicted it. You predicted their downfall. What they're witnessing is this person that is obsessed with you is a full-blown narcissist. Okay, now I don't like the term narcissist. It gets thrown around too often because there are people with narcissistic personality behaviors that can make them look like a narcissist, but a true narcissist to me is someone who is not willing to see the error of their actions and fix them and make them, regardless of everybody else's actions. It's the willingness to change for me that makes someone a true narcissist. Someone who, if you are actively going out of your way to attack someone and try to bring them down because you want to see them in pain, that's a true narcissist. Because an empath, someone with narcissistic personality behaviors that has learned, you can unlearn those behaviors. Okay? And that is something when you go on the healing journey, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and realize that actually some of your behaviors are really toxic, and why are you behaving that way? And if you don't know, then it's because it's learned behavior. There's always a reason behind something. And I hope I'm making myself clear, but narcissistic personality disorder, to be diagnosed with it, you need to have a professional do that. And I'm not a professional, but this person is giving me, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to learn the error of my ways. I can do no wrong. It's everybody else's fault but my own. And they're never going to change. They're not going to learn their lessons. And that to me is how I differentiate the energy of a true narcissist. Okay? People around them are realizing that they're plotting and planning on your downfall, and they are like absolutely outrightly obsessed with bringing you to your knees. But what is actually happening is that this person's being brought to their knees, and they're realizing that everything that they've wished on you is happening to them. And they can see it's this person's karma, but this person is refusing to see and accept that it is their karma for what they've done to you and what they're wishing on you. There's going to be some sort of intervention for this person. This person needs medical help. Okay, I am genuinely concerned for this person's. I know they're not doing very nice things. Knight of Needles. Someone's being sneaky. Someone's realizing that they acted too quickly when it came to you and this situation. This person is acting from a place like they're trying to act quickly because they're in fear. I can feel the panic, I feel the rush coming out. They're trying to change things around really, really quickly because they think that if they can change it around really, really quickly, then they can be really, really abundant, and then they can like save themselves from being exposed. This person knows they're going to be exposed. They think that if they can prove to everybody that you're the toxic one, that they can save face, that their mask will remain intact. But what they're not realizing is that everybody around them is already realizing that their mask has slipped and is already starting to realize that they're the one in the wrong, and actually the collective is innocent. And I think there's like a group of people getting together behind this narcissist's back to discuss what to do with them. Like they're recognizing that they need help. They may come to you and ask for your help purely because it feels like they're out of options. It's like they don't want to come to you because they feel guilty for believing the lies and everything about you, and they don't feel like they have the right to come and ask you for your help, but they're running out of options. They're running out of options, and they think that you're the only one who can help because you're the one who saw through this person. Because you were sent in as to help this person, to help this group of people before, they think that God will send you back in. I feel really harsh, but the answer is no. I know as an empath and a healer, your instinct is to run in and save people. No, this is a lesson for you. This is a lesson for you. You've been removed from this situation for a reason, because they had their chance. They knew if you go in, you're saving these people from their karma, okay? And then you're going to end up taking on that karma for them. Spirit is saying no. This is a no. You're going to be blocked from going back in. You are not to help this person, okay? We have the Tower. Yeah, everything's crumbling for these people. They're out of options. They don't know what to do. They're wishing they heeded your warnings. You have the Four of Potions. They're missing your energy because they're realizing, right, so basically these people want you to come back in because they think if you come back in that this person will, go back to how things were. But they're not, because they're not realizing that this person is what they're seeing now is who this person really is. This person was using your energy to help themselves stay cloaked. This narcissistic person, this like a, what do they call it? It was in my head and it's gone. Like an undercover narcissist. What are they called? What's the word? Like covert. Thank you. This person is a covert narcissist. A covert narcissist. Hidden in plain sight, but they've been able to cloak themselves because they were using your energy to cloak themselves. and now you're not in that energy. They can't use your energy. Now they're not having access to your energy. They can't cloak their energy, and that's why they want back in your energy. We have the Seven of Potions. It's choices. They're regretting their choices. But I feel like this is how it had to go down. I don't feel like there was any other way where this person was concerned. This person wasn't going to learn their lessons. I mean, they did have a choice. They had a choice to... You were showing them a different way of being, or trying to. They just weren't doing the work. They just didn't want to put the effort in. People around them are realising that that's what you do, and you show people another way of being, and they need your help and your guidance. But Spirit are saying no, because they accessed it before and they took advantage. There's not to say that you won't help these people with themselves, but with regards to this covert narcissist and this the obsessive person with you, absolutely not. Spirit are not going to let you have access to that situation, and this and let them have access to your energy, because they are going to misuse your energy. That's what this person wants. They're trying to get these people around them. That's part of their plan, is to get these people around them to reach out to you, to bring them to you, to bring you to them. Oh, absolutely not. No, no, thank you. No, 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 absolutely not. No. Computer says no. Spirit says no. I'm saying no. Absolutely not. No. Spirit, please. I know you're protected anyway, but I'm going to call in Spirit just to make sure that we up our protection at this time, because this narcissist is spiraling, and I don't want my collective, getting caught by the ricochet. Okay, so I ask Spirit to protect and bless my collective at this time. Up the protection, guide them to what they need to do on the physical to maintain their protection, whether that be spiritual baths, crystals, maintaining self-care, affirmations, all of the above, meditation, upping their prayer. If you pray, say like you pray like once a day, up it to like 2 or 3 times a day. Whatever it is that you're already doing, you need to up it. You need to double it. I'm hearing double. I'm also hearing double trouble. You may be dealing with twins. There may be a twin situation going on here. Oh, this person is convinced that you're their twin flame. I said this person had convinced themselves that they're in a relationship with you. This person, whether it be same sex or not, it's a platonic relationship. And I was going to say this earlier, but I didn't, purely because I didn't want to get misunderstood for what I'm saying and getting a lot of hate. I'm going to outrightly say there's nothing wrong with your sexual orientation, okay? Love who you want to love, okay? That's none of my business. This person, what I have a problem with is if somebody tries to force their sexual preferences onto somebody else. And what I mean by that is what this energy is giving me when I said it was a platonic relationship, okay? There's an energy here of same sex. One of the people in these two people, so one of you being the collective and one of you being the obsessed person, one of you is like gay, lesbian, bisexual, okay, pansexual, any of that, whatever, okay? I don't understand the correct terms. I'm going to be open, honest here. I've got no hate to towards anyone. Each to your own life. If it's not impacting me, it's none of my business, okay? I'm not judging and shaming anyone. But what I've got here is what I have an issue with. this person that is obsessed with you is either gay, lesbian, bisexual, something like that, and they've convinced themselves that they are in a relationship with the collective. But what I'm picking up from the collective is that they are straight. Okay? And they're trying to convince people that the collective is secretly gay, lesbian, or a bisexual. And people aren't buying it. Okay? That's the energy I'm reading into. Okay? That's the issue I've got here, is because, and I'll tell you why it causes issues for me, because I don't have a issue against anyone's sexual orientation or how they identify. That is your business. That's nothing to do with me. As long as you are loving on yourself and you're doing it for the right reasons, I will support you. Okay? What I have an issue is if you're trying to force someone else to be that way, because you're overstepping boundaries and free will. All right? So please do not come at me for that, okay? I have an issue regardless of who you are, what your gender is, how you identify, whatever. I have an issue when you're overstepping other people's boundaries and you're impacting their free will. That's when I have an issue, and that is when spirit will have an issue, okay? And I didn't want to bring it up because, quite frankly, I don't really want the hate comments. But spirit are really pushing that through, possibly because it's going to clarify who this message is for, okay? So that may be a sign. That may just clarify further who this person is, okay? We have a message from Archangel Michael, and it says, ask Archangel Michael to help you with this situation. Archangel Michael, thank you for assisting me with, and then it says describe the situation, so that's going to be individual to you. Please help me be filled with faith and peace at all times. So Archangel Michael is helping you to stay calm and centered during this time, and he is protecting you. And he has, on the spiritual level, he has his army of angels protecting you. And he's sending people in the physical to protect you also, okay? But he's going to help guide you to things in the physical that are going to benefit you and your protection, okay? And help protect you. So it may be like a spiritual bath or something like that, okay? So just be mindful of where you're being guided. Positive thoughts create positive results. Divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and situation. Stay positive. Continue to have strength and faith in your beliefs, and that a positive outcome is going to manifest. I would send this covert narcissist some healing as well, because they're spiraling, and quite frankly, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes right now. I really wouldn't wish. I know like their actions and their behaviour isn't great, and they've been nasty, somewhat evil towards you. I do understand that, and I'm not. If I tell you what, okay, what I'm going to do here is, if you can't forgive this person, or you're struggling to forgive this person, I'm going to forgive them and send them healing on your behalf, okay? Because sometimes we don't wish ill on others, but we struggle to then send that positive energy back to them. because of what they've done. Does that make sense? Sometimes when someone's done something really horrible to us and we really wouldn't wish it on them, and we're not going to, and we don't want to retaliate towards them, we can still find it difficult to send that energy. So on behalf of the collective, anyone struggling to forgive someone, and I'm not saying you have to forgive them, okay? That is absolutely up to you, but I will say forgiveness is not for them, it is for you. Forgive yourself for allowing this energy into your life, all right? But at the same time, I feel like you're kind of grateful for that energy, because it's kind of like got you to where you are now. Yeah, I'm going to send this person some love and some healing on your behalf. And I'm going to ask that you continue to be protected from them. Okay? Yeah, I think I want to leave it there. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, this situation is already resolved. I'll give any worries, cares and concerns to you in exchange for true peace and always. Thank you for resolving this in a divinely perfect way. I'm going to take that as confirmation that this person is receiving the healing that they need and that is being sent their way, whether they are actively recognizing it or not. And that may be that the healing comes in the form of rehab or some sort of mental institution, okay? Because I do see that's where this person's going, because that's what's needed, okay? Like I've said before, we don't always get what we want, but we absolutely get what we need. I feel like you're really grateful that you were removed from this situation. Like, the peace that's come from being removed from this situation is unbelievable. And I feel like you're finding a sense of peace and, like, a deeper trust and faith in... I'm going to sneeze. Hold on a minute. Oh, excuse me. The level of protection that you have is really irritating someone. Okay? Or maybe I'm irritating someone. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Your gratitude, maybe the fact that you're so grateful for life and everything, is irritating someone. Your positivity irritates people, or your ability to transmute negative into positive. The fact that you've been able to transmute this energy and, like, overcome it is irritating to this person, because they wanted to see you down on your luck. They wanted to see you on your knees. But the group around you are like, fair play. You know? Ooh. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Yeah, I'm okay with people hating me. You know, I'm like Marmite. You're either going to love me or you hate me. But there's a difference between, like, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. But we shouldn't be going out of our way to attack people for their opinions. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. If you don't like someone's opinion and you feel the need to comment about it, then you need to look at that within you, because that's triggering something for healing, okay? Because when you're, if something's bothering you, then it's because perhaps it's like bringing up some sort of cognitive dissonance within you about your own belief systems. If I'm triggering you, then effectively I'm helping to heal you. I'm helping to show you where your wounds are, that need healing, what you need to work on within yourself. And I've learned to be okay with that, okay? These are affirmations, positive affirmations, and positive affirmations are created to help you maintain a positive mindset about what you want to believe is true, what you want to manifest, that sort of things, okay? So we have my fearless freedom lights up the world. When I lean towards love, I am led. I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. And on the bottom of the deck, I have I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Yeah, when you see, hopefully you'll see what I've said. I understand that some of my message may be triggering to certain communities, and I apologise for that if it is. That wasn't my intention. But hopefully you'll understand where I'm coming from. And that I'm just reading the energies, okay? Like, I am genuinely coming from a place of love for all people, regardless of how you identify, regardless of belief systems, regardless of whatever, okay? But I'm going to stick up for people when I see that other people are overstepping boundaries and free will, okay? That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to call out the things that need calling out, okay? But I do it from a place of love, because I know as a human race we can do better, and that we should be doing better. And I don't do cancel culture, okay? If something doesn't resonate with you, that's okay, but you don't need to go out of your way to get rid of it, so that you don't have to see it. Just scroll on by, just click don't want to see this, that sort of thing. It feels like this person or this group were trying to cancel you, the collective, and I feel like that's why it's coming up. Maybe this is something that this person or this group said about you, that you have issues with, like, the LGBTQ community, race, religion, that sort of thing. And I'm not feeling that that is the case where the collective is concerned, because I feel like you see things from a higher perspective, and everybody is here to have their own experiences. We're not here to judge and shame others for what they're experiencing. We don't know their soul plan, their soul journey. But somebody tried to use this as rage bait to turn people against you, which is awful. But somebody's now seeing it's not you, it's this other person. That you have nothing but love for everybody. Like, you don't hate anyone. You genuinely do not hate anyone, because you know that everything serves a purpose, and everybody is here to experience what they're supposed to experience. And all you need to be concerned about is what you're doing, and it having the best experience for you possible. Somebody's realizing that your purpose is to create a better, I want to say, environment for people to live their best lives. That you're out here just trying to live your best life, and you're like trying to pull others along with you, so to speak. But you're not going to pull along others that just want to ride your coattails. You're only going to take along those that are actually willing to put the work in. You may be understanding your purpose better, or you may be understanding someone else better. Someone's been watching you and realizing, like, you're definitely not who they thought you were. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. Take care, stay safe. I hope this message helped someone. Namaste.